It was a fun-filled, crazy day, but as soon as the sun began to set, the end of the day really did come quickly. Almost as quickly as the end of the day comes. What voice was that? That was weird. Later, Raina and Kate-chan, see you tomorrow. Thanks for letting me on. I had a great time.
See you tomorrow.
Sadako and Rika-chan went home as well. We parted ways with Mion and it ended up with just Raina and myself enjoying the evening hour on our way home.
Thanks for coming today, Keiichi-kun. Was it fun?
Yeah, lots of fun. Almost feels like a waste to go home now.
Then, well... Would you mind taking a little detour, maybe? Maybe?
A detour? Is it far?
It's a bit of a walk, but it won't take long.
Since we had been walking around all day, I must have seemed a bit tired. Not feeling like teasing Raina, I quietly nodded. Ooh. Traversing a small path up a small hill, the land suddenly stretched out before us. And then, after it had done its morning stretch, it got up and out of bed and just walked away. What the fuck? There, what looked like the remains of a dilapidated construction site came into view. Cool. A large heap of garbage spread out off towards the swamp. Probably illegal dumping. I recalled it being in the newspaper.
It's been quite a while. I wonder what's here.
When you say it's been a while, you mean the business you had here was with this garbage pile?
It's not garbage. To me, it's a pile of treasure. See? Look at this dirty diaper here. It's like a soft pillow.
Raina had already entered that well-known cute mode of hers. So that meant there was something cute here.
Whoa! A new pile! I can't wait.
She bounded up the unstable slope. I'd expect no less from a born and bred country girl. I'd expect no less from a born and bred cunt. Hey, wait, I'm coming. Whoa-ho-ho. My city-raised self was completely pitiful.
It's alright. Just stay right there, Keiichi-kun. It won't take long.
Raina kindly declined my accompaniment. Don't fall. Watch your step.
I'm fine. This is nothing at all.
Literally bounding up the heap of trash, Raina disappeared over the other side, then tripped and fell, and tumbled all the way down into the swamp. I didn't like being left behind, but I was still pretty tired from the whole day, so I just ended up waiting. Without the lively Raina around, the surrounding area quickly fell into silence. Then suddenly, birds, apparently. Why can't they just say cicadas? The cry of the Higurashi gently cooled the air. That sounds so fucking weird. Really I mean, that's where the title's from, but just say cicadas. It's not that hard. Fairly exhausted, I began to feel a little sleepy. Just then, the sudden noise of scattering pebbles alerted me to somebody's presence. Startled, I turned around. It was Elmo. I can't do an Elmo voice, so I'm not going to give him an Elmo voice. Standing there was a typical-looking photographer. He spied over at me through his camera. His body was tanned and fit, but something about him seemed unreliable, and he had a bit of an aloof air about him. Well, it didn't seem like he was a bad guy in any case. Well, you surprised me. Although startled, when I turned around, he overplayed his reaction. That was my line. I'm the one who's supposed to be surprised here. My bad. I didn't mean to startle you. Are you from here, Misawa? I gathered that he wasn't from that question. Unfazed by my suspicious outlook, he introduced himself without my prompting. I'm Tomitake, freelance photographer. I come to Hidamizawa from time to time. I didn't ask who you were. Quite rude to photograph someone without consent, one would think. My bad. I mainly photograph wild birds. They can't refuse, you see. So what, you're saying I'm the same as the birds? No, well, you see, that image of a young man in the twilight was just picturesque. I apologize for trying to take your picture without asking. Adults are pretty slick. All that annoyance I felt for being startled just flew away as he buttered me up, and then proceeded to stick me in an oven and cook me on for 60 degrees Fahrenheit for half an hour. I had no intention of hanging around with this guy trying to get cozy with me, except it didn't seem like Reina would be back soon. But this older guy, Tomitake-san, he didn't mind my cautious responses and continued rambling on by himself. Keiichi-kun, sorry. Oh.
Keiichi-kun, sorry to keep you waiting. I'm finished now.
Reina popped her head out from one of the lower piles of garbage and waved her hand.
You have someone with you?
What would she be doing over there? That's what I wanted to know. Dunno. Maybe she's checking on that dismembered corpse that was out here long ago. Did he say that? Or who said that? Tomitake-san looked shaken up by that for a moment. Oh, I responded like I would if I were talking with Reina and the others. Oh, it was me who said that, apparently. It was quite a disturbing incident. They still haven't found one of the arms.
That's because I have it. What are you two talking about? Haha, Keiichi-kun. Sorry to keep you. You were waiting a while, I guess.
I must leave you two lovebirds alone. Again, my apologies for startling you, Keiichi-kun. Tomitake's son chortled suggestively. Then disappeared into the twilight. Missing my chance to retort put me off a bit.
Keiichi-kun, are you angry? Why, I wonder.
Fuck. It wasn't Reina's fault, so I decided to just brush it off for now. How was it? Find a treasure trove?
Oh yes. So listen. You see, there was a Colonel Sanders doll.
A Colonel Sanders doll? Oh, that thing. Those statues they always have out in front of that fried chicken place. That life-size dummy?
Yes, he is a dummy. Colonel Sanders. How cute. I want to take it home.
I couldn't tell how she decides what's cute or not, but well, she seems to want it. It's garbage, right? No one would care if you just take it home, right?
It's become the base of another pile. I can't dig it out easily. There's no lampposts over there, so it'll get dark pretty soon.
Reina seemed quite down about finding a treasure and not being able to bring it back. I'll help you out to repay you for that delicious you prepared today. Pop. Seriously though, these voices are straining my brain. I'm getting really lightheaded. Might have to stop after this one.
How? Thank you.
Birds heading home to roost proclaimed that nightfall would soon be upon us.
Keiichi-kun is going to help. I can take Colonel Sanders home. How?
Reina staggered along as if intoxicated in her dreamy state of mind, or, just flat out intoxicated. I tried asking her in a way that wouldn't take her out of her cheery state. Hey, Reina, long ago did something happen here? Seems like they...
Seems like they were building a dam here. I don't know the details, though. How?
Just wondering if you knew about it, you know? An accident or something.
I don't know.
Her tone was disturbingly frank.
My name's Frank now.
It sounded more like a denial than an answer. It must have appeared rather dumbstruck. Raina quickly lightened her expression.
Actually, I didn't live here until a year ago.
Huh? You transferred here too? I was sure that...
So you see, I don't really know much from before that. Sorry.
Don't really know, don't want to talk about it. That was the kind of feeling she gave me. Thinking about it, of course, it would be like that. This wasn't the type of thing girls would enjoy talking about. It was quite a disturbing incident. Seems they haven't been able to find one of the arms. If it's just like Tomitaki-san said, then I had a feeling only the cicadas would know. It's so weird. It's like a Japanese word in the middle of all the English words. You've received new tips. The micromance in the damn site, Murder Dismemberment newspaper edition. Okay, I'll just quickly, skip through these, because, you know, whatever. This one actually seems kind of interesting, but I'll just make it go faster anyway. Onward! Onwards. Cool. Colonel Sanders? Ah, of course, that's right up her alley. I understand her wanting to take home Sadako and Rika-chan, but I can't understand the Colonel Sanders. What's so good about that four-eyed geezer? Probably better to hear it from Reina, don't you think? She'll probably just say because... Oh wait, she'll probably just say because it's so cute, though. Does Reina often go to the construction site to hunt for treasure? Every now and then she's gonna have. I'll just make her mumble. That's what it's gonna be. But a girl her age rummaging around in garbage as well. If Rena enjoys it, then I'm fine. What are they doing over there? Damn construction. It had been bugging me since yesterday, like an itch I couldn't scratch. Hahaha. It was cancelled a long time ago. Everyone gathered together and fought against it. Hearing an ominous... Oh. Everyone gathered together and fought against it. Yeah. Sort of like a dead, emotionless mumble. That's... I'm trying to make this as unseriously scary as possible. Although, maybe that'll backfire, you know? Giving them all these weird voices, and then when all the crazy shit's going down. That's right, it was unbelievable. The 15 minutes out of second rather forward, and we had no say in the match, and I'm only here because the protest succeeded. Okay. Oh, so that's right, and okay. Do-over! I'll just cut that first bit out.
I'm sorry. I didn't keep you, did I? My deepest apologies, Keiichi-san. It took me a while to do cocaine. Sadako, wait to use the can until you really have to go. It's a lot easier since it shoots right out. Eek! How dare you speak that way to a maiden of unparalleled beauty such as myself?
Who is she calling a maiden? If Sadako really was a maiden, she wouldn't have reacted like that. The usual hijinks ensued. Now then, gentlemen, in accordance with the rules of our society, I bring a point to discussion. He, Keiichi Maibara-kun, wishes to be included as a member in our activities. What say you?
Reina has no objection.
Ho 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 ho! I wonder if the likes of this peasant is up to the task. Me and Sadako both approve. The three that Mion had queried voiced their approval. A unanimous decision. Congratulations, Keiichi Maibara-kun. I present you the honor of being allowed to take the entrance exam for our club. Start from the beginning. I didn't say I was joined. What club is this? What our club does, you see. In order to cope with our complicated society, we perform various activities under different sets of rules. Sometimes they are in your favor, and sometimes they work against you.
I'm pretty weak, so I'd prefer if you didn't single me out. Let's try to get along.
You're so naive, Reina. The law of the jungle is survival of the fittest. This was starting to sound a bit sketchy, so what kind of club was it? To sum it up, it's a club where we play games together. Rika-chan was the one to answer my question with a pertinent response. So basically this club put Mion's hobby of collecting games to use. By playing the various games that Mion had hoarded every day, it seemed that depending on the day, there were prizes for the winner or a penalty for the person who finished in last place. Oh no. I'll make this clear right now. We aren't playing house here. You should treat each win or loss as if your life depends on it, alright? What's wrong with just having fun? Don't make it sound so crazy. The first rule of our society. Aim only for first place. Going at it half-assed just because it's a game is not allowed. Rule number 2 of our society. For that reason, you are obligated to make all possible efforts. The way Sadako said it sounded like she was saying, use any means necessary. Of course, I will do my best to.
I'm pretty weak, but I'm trying my best.
I knew what they were trying to say. In a game where everybody is aiming for the top, it's rather unsportsmanlike to play just for fun. Alright then, I too will go all out. With that, I was finally ready for the right initiation, my baptism into this club, slamming my head into the desk. A word of warning, Kei-chan. Reina can get pretty nasty. This initiation looks like it's going to be rough. Mion began fishing around in the student lockers in the back of the room. They have the games here at school? Well, it's club equipment, so I guess that's fine. Yeah. My ribs are growing. It hurts. Complicated words put me at a disadvantage. Complicated games would put Kei-chan at a disadvantage, so today we'll play a game that you should be familiar with. How about a standard card game like Old Bachelor? Alright, let's do this. Can't really get into it unless this is... Can't really get into it unless there's a penalty. This time the loser will be sentenced to having their face drawn on. What do you think?
Whoa. It won't be oil-based paint, right? Right?
Oil-based face painting with oil-based paint? That is perfect, Sadako cheered the idea on. She didn't even flinch at the thought of such a severe penalty. It seemed like she was ready to go. It's as if it's going to be like this and I can't lose either. Then I'll just cut the deck and start dealing. Old Bachelor is pretty much the same as Old Maid. The only difference, there's no Joker. In its place, one card is pulled out at the start, meaning there will be one card without a match left over at the end. You don't know which card will end up being the Joker. It's a pretty thrilling game. I highly doubt it. I'll take out
the card now.
Reina took out one card and left it face down on the table. I'm just gonna pull my chair. Everybody stared at the card intently. Well, it'll be pretty obvious in the end game. No way to tell at the start. But the rest of them were very serious. They didn't seem as relaxed as I was. They compared their cards to the one face down, all while gauging each other's reactions. It was as if they could see what the face down card was. No, it couldn't be. This deck is pretty worn out. No way. Can everyone tell by the scratches what the card on the table is? Oh my god.
Remember the fuck? Remember the second rule of our society. Keiichi-san must try his hardest to win as well. A number of cards are quite unique. Keiichi-kun should be able to remember them pretty quickly.
She said that so matter-of-factly. Suits me fine. Don't think a little thing like that can be your crutch. I lashed out angrily, but it was rather obvious I was at a disadvantage. After all, they'd gone so far as to memorize the wear and tear for each individual card. This wasn't a simple game of Old Bachelor. If this was a test, then they were playing the answer sheet in front of them. Bring it, I'll take the advantage. Oh my god, fuck, I can't deal with this right now. My ribs are like trying to expand out of my fucking chest right now, and I cannot deal with this. I am trying to record. I don't... Pain! That baseless confidence would soon be crushed. How about I tell you your hand, starting from the right? 3, 4, 9, Jack, Queen. By the way, the Bachelor is the Jack of Diamonds. What the fuck? Gah. Good enough. I thought I was prepared, but for it to be this brutal, just overwhelming.
Demons! You're all demons! Reina isn't a demon, are you? Sorry, Keiichi-kun. I'm actually the Lord of the Underworld!
This is the 3 of Hearts, isn't it? I'm out. Not even a hint of mercy, Reina, even Rika-chan. Oh, my fucking ribs! These club activities weren't to be trifled with. An illuminating of this club would definitely survive in the cruelest of situations. If our entire class had self-detonating collars strapped to their necks and were dropped into a death match on a deserted island, these guys would probably take to it like fish to water. I can already picture their joy as they hunt down each of their classmates. Huh. Me too. Odd. It's a lowest point system. The order itself dictates the points. Whoever has the lowest point total wins.
Since Keiichi finished last, he has 5 points.
There's already a 5 marked down on my scoreboard.
I think it's unfair to Keiichi-kun if we don't use a new deck.
It's fine, Keiichi-chan is a man after all. He can turn the tables even if the odds are stacked against him, right? It's fitting for... I'm not going to do that voice right now. Ow, fuck my ribs! It's fitting for a lowly peasant to scamper home and soak their pillow in tears, don't you think? Oh, I've got like 4 minutes left. I'll just wait till that's done, and then I can stop doing this for today. A petite hand laid itself on top of my head, which was trembling from uncontrollable frustration. It was Rika-chan's. Keep on fighting, yeah. Thanks to Rika-chan's words of encouragement, I was able to calm down. You need to be calm, especially when you're cornered. That's the power I could muster during this crisis. Think clearly, Keiichi Maebara. Take your time and look at the cards carefully. It's just as Reina said, each card has its own distinct markings that made them stand out. Memorizing them should be pretty simple. Think about what you can do in this situation. Try everything in your power to improve your chances of victory.
Whoa! Great, Keiichi-kun, just like that?
I'm surprised how long it's taking to get into the horror part. Like, seriously. I covered the uniquely marked cards with my hands, or other cards, arranging them in a way that they couldn't be seen. The one with the ripped corner should be the 5, and I'm out. I couldn't let any of these precious hints slip by me. All information is a weapon. That is very true. Then it was my turn. Sadako fanned out her cards for me. You see, I want the 7. Is it this one? I wonder about that. You won't know unless you take it. There was a bit of dismay in her expression. Like she doesn't want it taken, that kind of expression. I won't let that momentary lapse slip by me. I know. It's this one. Got it. 7 of spades. A cheer of ooh rang out. Ooh, what is this? The 7 should be the hardest one of all to tell apart. It wasn't from memorizing the markings. Those slight changes in their expressions as I was selecting a card were enough. Can't hide it from me, Kei-chan. This mark means it's the 2 of diamonds. What? She was startled by her own misread. Of course, everyone else was too.
Whoa! It's rare that Mii-chan gets a card wrong.
No. Kei-chan, could it be you? They told them apart by different marks. That mark was a nail scratch, so I put a new one on it. Are you saying he disguised it as the 2 of diamonds? Oof, what an impressive show of wit. Keiichi landed a clean hit. Clap, 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 clap.
That's great, Keiichi-kun. That was an incredible match, you know.
Having defeated the Forerunner me on my brilliant battle left me ecstatic. But by total points, it was already set in stone that Mion would win and I would finish last. I laughed heartily, selecting the tone of my voice carefully to get on Mion's nerves. Well, I'm going to end up the loser, but I'm satisfied with one-upping Mion at the end. Wahahaha! That should be the proverbial slap in the face to Mion, who is at the top already and ensured victory. Even if Kei-chan gets first place this round, he'll still end up last place overall. Don't you hate that? Of course I do. Let's have a duel. One chance. If you win, then we'll swap first and last place. How about it? You up for it? She fell for it. A chance for an upset that wouldn't be possible without goading her into it. One chance, you say. Let me hear the rules. Mion discarded 2 cards from her hand and replaced one with the Joker card that was on the table and shuffled the resulting hand behind her back. The card in my right or the card in my left? If Kei-chan can guess which hand the Joker is in, then he wins. When you turned around just now, you didn't pull out the Joker, did you? If you lose, I'll show the card in the other hand. That okay? The other 3 gulped nervously at this unexpected turn of events. Alright. You've got it! Mion grasped 1 card in each hand and thrust them out at me. First I needed to inspect them closely. The card on the right had no distinguishing marks. I couldn't tell which one it was.
Which one, I wonder? Keiichi-kun, be careful.
Yeah, of course. This is my chance for a big comeback. Looking closely at the card on the left, I saw a little wear. It wasn't one that I had seen before. That card is... I didn't let that bit from Sadako slip by me. Mion clucked her tongue. I didn't recognize the mark on the left card from the small number that I had memorized. I didn't know what the left card was, but I could tell from Sadako's reaction that the card had already appeared during the game. Since it already appeared before, it meant that it definitely wasn't the Joker. Ooh. Kei-chan thinks it's the one on the right. Will you choose that one then? Will you? The left card definitely wasn't the Joker. If I could trust that theory, then I should have been able to declare that the card to the right was the Joker. Even without Mion's taunting, the one on the right was most suspicious. But wasn't it a bit too rash to decide based solely on Sadako's reaction? More carefully. Ah, I remember now. That mark, the left card, no doubt about it. The 7 of clubs.
It's the 7 of clubs, I see.
The card on the left was the 7 of clubs. Is that right? Is that me or fucking whatever? Card is Joker. And then just before my hand touched the right card, I froze. I would expect no less from you. There was a wave of murmurs amongst the onlookers at my sudden halt right before I confirmed the right card was the Joker. What could Keiichi-san possibly be saying? I mean, the left one is... Shh. Ooh. What makes you so certain that the right one is the Joker, Kei-chan? Mion let loose an unexpected question. Everyone else was baffled. I don't know what the card on the right could be, but I know that the one on the left is the 7 of clubs. Then, doesn't that leave the one on the right as the Joker? One of them has to be the Joker, right? Yeah. One of those is the Joker, right? Keiichi has good intuition.
Huh? Rika-chan, what do you mean by...
So basically, the 7 of clubs, I discarded that by matching up Sadako's 7 of spades earlier. Everyone's attention snapped to the discard pile at the same time. The truth of the matter couldn't be discerned from the sloppy pile, so that means... Mion pocketed one of the discarded cards, then aligned it over the left card, and that means... I see, I get it. The left card is being disguised as the 7 of clubs, right? It was the first time since the start of the match that a shadow ran across Mion's expression, and I didn't let that slip by. Then with a grand flourish, I declared it loudly. The Joker is the left one. It was an intense moment that I didn't do justice, but who fucking cares? The second one felt like an eternity for everyone there. Breaking that silence, the first one to speak was Mion. Being the first president of this club, I've been witness to a variety of performances, Kei-chan. Yours is the best. The best of the best of the best. That was probably the greatest compliment Mion could give. Mion accepted her defeat, dropping the cards from both hands. My comeback victory! Yay! Fuck the pain! Rika-chan placed her hand on my head and began petting it, congratulating me on victory. Huh? Rika-chan's renaissance grabbed as if they had seen a ghost. What is this, Rena? It's not as if I cheated or anything, right? This was fair and square. Rika only pets someone on the head to console them. Huh? What's the meaning of, at that moment, Rena let out a small shriek.
Keiichi-kun, this is how it was?
You know, Kei-chan, I thought you'd read into it that far. Hehehehe. Everyone froze. No, it was just me. It was a gamble. If you had just jumped to conclusions like a little brat, then I would have lost. It was the answer everyone was certain about. Mion picked up the card from the losing hand and... Kei-chan, you know, you should take pride in this loss. She turned it around. That was the card that proclaimed the victor of the duel, the card under the 7 of clubs. Unbelievable, it was the 2 of diamonds. It was a setup behind the setup. If I just picked the right one without reading so deeply into it. I, Mion Sonozaki, as the club president, do accept Keiichi Mabura's membership into our club. As I slumped to my knees, dazed, everybody let out a round of applause for the excellent effort I gave despite my defeat. The match is now over. Today's victor is me, Mion Sonozaki, and our exalted loser is Keiichi Maebara. Everyone made a commotion, applauding cheerfully. I felt I was bested, but I was so soundly beaten that it unexpectedly felt rather refreshing. When Michan pulled that little trick behind her back, I got excited, thinking she's going to do it again. When Keiichi-san stopped the moment before touching the correct card, I thought he fell for it. He fell for it quite handily. Huh? Hey, wait. All of them knew from the start and still got so excited so earnestly? Everyone got excited to make it more fun. You're all demons, you monsters. Yarg. Now then, Kei-chan, it's time for your penalty. Since it's your first day participating, I'll go easy, okay? It would be a problem if you refused to come to school. The other 3 members held down my arms and shoulders firmly. Mion approached, licking her lips. Her right hand went to pull something out of her pocket. That's a felt-tip marker, and it's large and oil-based. Okay, here we go! She took the cap off the marker and brought it slowly up to my face while I was immobilized. No, I let all my death throws. Yeah. Is that the end? Can I finally die now?